Hello, my name is Cars82 and welcome back to our multi-block madness series. Fortunately, I had a bit of an issue with Windows updating and mic settings getting reset, so I don't have the sound for this episode. So I'm going to do a voiceover and I'll try to remember what I did. Basically right here we are crafting up the decelerator for the anti-deuteron, and I thought I had all the pieces, and there we go. We got it to form. Now obviously we have to adjust a little bit of the decelerator to get it in the right, get the beams in the right places and get everything set up. I think that's where we're going to put the output, and there is the input. So getting pretty quick at doing these. It's not too bad. Also, I can't figure out why I can't I can't reach the hole there. It's really confusing me. And then I realize what happened. I feel like I can't get around the beam thing. I don't know what's going on. And then I realized the builder had placed the glass back. So it was kind of funny. But all right, there we go. Let's put the beam in there. Oh, wrong one. There you go, beam port. All right, and then let's set that to input. There we go. All right, so that we're gonna put the output there, and then we just kind of have to mess with those to get this to form. It doesn't always form right away, even though you use the builder to put it together. It doesn't always kind of like form right away. All right, so forgot I have to power it, and we also have to do the coolant. I don't know why I put the PowerPoints underneath. I have no idea. Like, why do I feel like I have to hide those? I don't know, but it's just what I do. All right, so let's get these. Nope, that's not where I want it. Let's get the ender tanks set up. Okay, it's kind of funny watching my my own playthrough. I'm like, why did I do that way? But if you ever made a video and tried to talk over it, you do silly things because you're trying to think of stuff to say and also do blocks and stuff. But all right, so there we go. There is liquid helium, and that we should be good. There we go. Coolant is going down. Too hot, but I think I just realized. Oh, yeah, particle energy too high. I just noticed that. So I'm gonna have to sort out this decelerator, because again, this particle too high thing is quite annoying. I copied this one because I thought that was going to be enough. Also, I am noticing right at the moment that all this stuff on this side is turned off, and I realized that I'm like going back, I'm like, oh, the proton's working. Why isn't this working? You have to flip that when you load into the world. So if you use those analog things, they do reset on when you start a world up. So that should have done everything. Yep, there is the anti-muon, but I'm noticing that it has 90 million energy. I thought that would be enough for that, but apparently we just have too much energy. So I'm going to try to see if we can upgrade this, but I don't have a ton of heat left. Or cooling, I should say, not heat. So if I replace those, yeah, still particles still too high. But I have some cooling left. But we shall see. That enough? No, particle energy is still too high. And we're right on the edge of cooling. So I can't really replace that last one to get it up high enough. So let's see. I have to say the particle energy too high is a tad annoying. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna replace this last one to see if we can, if I can get, at least see if it would actually work with this. But again, this will be too hot. So probably, even if it does work, can't use that. I'm just kind of testing. And again, we have too much heating and the particle energy is too high. So that is a bit of a trying to figure out what I need to do. I think I'm wondering if the amount, if it's like a higher amount, is that causing an issue? Not, just trying to work out like why it's too high. All right, let's go back and see if I can figure this out. Yeah, I keep looking at the pions because they're like 90 million. So I was thinking like 500 million isn't, it's not like billions of energy. I thought that would have been big enough, but it definitely doesn't. The math, however it's done, is it's 63 million. Yeah, I don't really know how the math works with the decelerator, and I saw the formula and it looked super crazy and complicated, so I haven't really worried about it, but yeah, I'm putting it on even though we don't have enough healing, and we just had an explosion, and yeah, I haven't actually had this happen before. We'd actually destroyed part of it, and the reason I think for that is we are not in a claim chunk over here. So the claim chunks is what protects all these multi-blocks from damage. Also, I totally placed that in wrong. But we'll see. Yeah, I forgot to put the magnet in. So now I'm like, what is going on? Did it blow something else up? I don't know what's going on. But we need a bigger one anyway. So let me figure it out, and we will probably replace it with that size. Still has 4 dipoles, but it's bigger. It has more cooling in it, and I can put bigger things in it. Because that has like, I mean, that can handle like a 1.7 billion, where I'm trying to only handle like 0.5 or whatever, half a billion, 500 million. So let me do that. All right, we're back. Magic of that. I've gone ahead and we have built a bigger one so we can handle the particle. There we go. We got the anti-deuteron down to no energy. We have just a bit of cooling left. But yeah, it's basically all the coolers that we needed in there to get the particle high enough. And it still needs, I mean, that one has 3. Well, I don't know if we need that many. We have the top tier dipoles or whatever. I don't know if we actually need that many. Also, I'm like, what's going on there? Why is that still filling up with helium? These cyclotrons and decelerators, when you start getting these bigger ones, they use a ton of cooling and power, actually. I think this decelerator is using like 100,000 RF. But I think we're good with the helium. It looks like it's just all the multi-blocks together are putting it in as fast as it's getting pulled out. It's not filling up fully, so I think we're okay for now. But I may need to maybe get another ender tank channel. But I think we're good. It's not hitting maximum, so everything should be emptying out okay at this point. But all right, so there we go. There is that. Now I have also built a beam splitter, and not a beam splitter, a beam diverter to get the particles to turn. Obviously, you have to do the diverter. And I kind of lined it, actually lined up pretty well, to be honest. Not really intentional, but it just kind of worked out that way. And I've also crafted up a linear accelerator because we need to speed the particles up a little bit, or energy. That speed? I don't know. We need to get them up to about like 2 million or something like that. So I just copied the one we had over there for the anti-proton. Get the cooling. There we go. It definitely is easier using the ender tanks and having a central area that does all the cooling, as opposed to trying to do it in each one, because that was a bit annoying. But all right, so there we go. We will turn that on, and yep, we are working. Cool. So I just need to get the anti-deuteron thing in the accelerator. It does feel kind of weird throwing a particle in a decelerator than to accelerate it again, but it is what it is. Also, look how many multi-blocks we have built. That is pretty crazy. This mod is pretty crazy, but a lot of fun. Definitely suggest trying it. There we go. There we go. So we should have the anti-deuteron in there, and there we go. 2 million energy. So that should be, once we connect this, should be enough for the anti-helium. So we're gonna smash that with an anti-proton and see what we can. I think I'm trying to remember if it needs a lever. I don't think it does it. I don't remember. I still don't remember. I just recorded this and I don't even remember. Yes, it does need a lever. All right, once we do this, there we go. There is our anti-deuteron. We should be getting anti-helion. I think I just looked at it right when it was putting a new particle in. All right, there we go. Anti-proton, anti-deuteron, and it's not working. Why aren't you working? All right, so I'm trying to figure out if the protons or the particles being on the wrong side is causing an issue. Because that shows the anti-proton on the left and the anti... But I'm trying to figure out what is going on here. I was a little surprised that that did not work. So, yeah. And there's no way... It doesn't seem like there's any way to, like, flip it. Even if I, like, move the... I'm just emptying my... I have two types of glass. It gets a little confusing. Doesn't seem like there's any way to... like, flip this around. It still seems to be, all right, this side is always going to be on the right, and I don't know why, but at least this way it's set up like how it looks. I'm seeing if I could maybe just doing this will, you know, just breaking it and reforming it, see if that will fix it. Nope, still not working. I'm looking, is it east? Is the east always going to be on the right side, no matter where we put the controller? Or face it. I'm like, am I going to have to bend all these particles to get it on, like, to switch sides? That sounds just like a nightmare. Seeing if there is anything. Still not working. Collision energy, we have enough energy. Everything seems to be right. And I just noticed it. I think I just noticed what is wrong. Maybe not. We're gonna get it. We'll get it, I promise. We'll figure it out. No, you were so close. Go back. Alright, I think I found... Did I find it right here? I think I just found it. No. Oh, the suspension is real. Oh, go back. Go back. You almost had it. I'm trying to figure out if I have to bend the particles and like go in either side, which seems crazy to me. Like if I have to put the things in the opposite sides, but that would be just a nightmare trying to bend all these particles and get it in correctly. I don't remember why I'm flying over here. Go back. Go look at the recipe again. You'll see it. I think I just noticed it. Yep. All right. It is the focus, I believe. Well, I know it's actually the focus. If we look at the recipe, we need a focus of 5, and my particles aren't up at that. So as we can see, they're only 4.3 and 3.96. So the focus needs to be up. So how are we going to do that? How am I going to change the focus of the things? And it's actually pretty easy. I can just switch out some of these quadruples on the thing. As long as I have enough cooling in there, we should be good. So I just need to switch out some of the magnets. And this should work. Now, I haven't actually had to worry too much about the focus before. That's why it didn't really like register at first. Most of the time I've just been worried about the energy. But yeah, this one definitely has a focus requirement. So good to know for the future. All right, we should be good. Yeah, focus 6. And we still have enough cooling. So let's go check, see if that worked. Yep, there we go. Focus of 6. So I just have to do the same with the other one, if I can remember where it is. Nope, not that one. Not that one. There we go. It's in this one. So this is what we need to get the coolant up, and we have quite a bit. So let's replace one of the magnets on this, and we should be good. I don't know how I missed that. That glass there. All right, focus of 8. And I think everything's okay with all the other stuff we had to do. And we're good on cooling. So, did that fix it? Ta-da! There we go. All right, now we're producing anti-helium. So we did it. Finally, we got our anti-deuteron, we got our anti-proton. Sped them up, slowed them down, sped them up again, and now we have our anti-helium. But trying to figure out which one this is coming out, I have no idea. So I think that's slot 1. I could be wrong, but I think it's slot 1. But trying to figure out how these outputs are connected is quite confusing. Like this is 4-3. It only switches between, so which one is 4? Which one is 3? Who knows? I do have that set to 1, and I think that is the anti-helium. But there's no way to tell, which is a bit of a pain. I really wish there was some way to like right-click on that and see what's in there. I'm going to just do a bean dump controller thing because it'll show me what's in it. And it's really easy to craft up. So there we go. We do have our anti-helium coming out of that one. We change it to setting 3. There is no thing. So yeah, that one at top left is definitely a 1. But again, I don't know what what's 3 and what's now this is jumping between 1 and 4. I don't know. I really don't know how. Like, it was 4-3 before, now it's 4-1. And now that's 3 and 1. It's jumping between, so a little. I guess it's. I don't know. That's 2-3. And that's 4-3. So yeah, I really don't know how the that collision thing determines which thing. But all right, there we go. We got our anti-helion. It is fun when everything just kind of works together. I'm still trying to figure out what port is which, but all right. We got our 1. That's all we need to know. So let's break this down. And I think I'm actually going to... I wanted to... While I had the bean dump, all the stuff in me, I wanted to see if we could get it actually working. I've never actually got it to work. We do have an extra deuteron from this thing over here. So I figured we could do this. Now, for some reason, I thought I read somewhere that this bean dump produces power, but it looks like I was actually wrong. That's not what these things do. But they're really easy to put together, so I just figured I would try out and see if we could actually get it to work for the first time. I haven't actually done that yet. All right, there we go. And still not doing anything. I'm like, why does it need power? I thought it produced power, but it does indeed. Look like it takes power to produce. It takes the particle and then produces the fluid. But for some reason, I don't know. For some reason, I thought it did that and produced power. Like you could get power from it. I'm just looking in the quest to see if it was mentioned, and it wasn't mentioned in the quest anywhere. I just happened to see it on the wiki, I think. So if we give it power, using 5,000 RF, and there we go. It's producing deuterium or whatever. I don't think we're actually going to use this because the setup that we have, I would have to integrate it into the setup for deuterium, and this already produces like enough deuterium that I don't need it. But it was good to see how these things actually work. I wasn't entirely sure how the bean dump thing worked, so yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of it. But now we know if we want to produce gases from particles, that's how you do it. All right, so I'm trying to figure out the next part in the thing. The neutral containment chamber and our sodium that we need. So basically we take the sodium, smash it with the anti-helium, and we get our, I can't remember, but it's the same as that. So we've done that before, not too difficult, but I am gonna have to decelerate the stuff again, because these have to be almost no energy. And unfortunately, this particle coming out of here, it has energy. So it's kind of annoying. It's like decelerator, accelerator, into there, decelerator again. But thankfully, this does not have a lot of power. So I can just do the small decelerator. Now, I also need this, which I am not actually producing sodium. I've produced a bunch in the past, but I ended up going a different route. Instead of using sodium, I ended up using... Didn't we end up using hydrogen in the end? I think we did. So I may have to do an accelerator for sodium to produce sodium, because I don't have one producing it. Yeah, that's right. I ended up going with hydrogen to produce what we needed. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do decelerator, accelerators, new containment things, all stuff we've done before. So it's not difficult, but definitely need some work. But man, look at all that stuff we put together from QMD. How crazy is that? Looks cool though. Everything, all these things are all connected, which is pretty cool. So yeah, then once we get the next part, the canister of it, the helium-3. I don't remember why I don't know what I'm saying right now. I don't remember why I flew over there at all. But yeah, once we get the helium-3, it will let us... Yep, anti-helium-3, that's the next thing we are going to do. And then we're almost there for neutronium. Just a couple more little bits. One is the low gravity chamber. Don't really want to have to build it in space, but that appears to be a thing. But yeah, we'll get into that next episode. Anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry for the voiceover. Blame Windows for resetting my mic settings, and I didn't realize. And it'll be fun seeing what we can get into next. But anyway, thanks for watching, and have a good one.